Hello. Give me a minute. This takes longer than I think every time I do it. I want the music to work. And yeah, so it works. Okay. Today is the third stream that I had scheduled where I'm actually on the schedule. I've been streaming for a month, but I actually scheduled, as it says on the card here, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays for proper streams. Sundays are for playing games. I promise we're going to play a game. I promise, but you'll excuse me if I nerd out for a second. Yeah, you don't have a choice. I'm going to nerd out for a second. What I woke up doing was more like thinking about code. And I promise it won't be a code stream, but let's talk about what I'm doing. The place where we left off our card game included thinking about the next step that we want to do, where we are going to have some kind of ability for the player to position 3 cards, say 3, round 1, position 3 cards on the table. Hey, if you're just joining the stream, you're wondering what the hell is going on. We're making a game, making a card game, and we're calling it Shuffle Wars because we just haven't come up with a better name yet. So, if you're watching this, you're like, I could do a better job. Great. Yes. Follow. Join in. This is what is going to happen. We're going to have 2 players. Technically speaking, they will be a 2-player game. They are holding cards in their hand, and then they are playing cards, right? Cards on the table represent the cards they're playing. Cards in their hand are what they're thinking about playing. And there are 2 players, right? Player 1, player 2. Okay. So that's what we're talking about. It is a card battle game. The metaphor is battle. Okay, so they're in combat, and these cards represent creatures or forces or whatever, something that has to do with battle. In fact, the names that we have for these cards are quite silly. I do need to open it. There we go. They're silly names like Cougar Gun and Unstoppable Force and Immovable Object and things. The names of our cards, we have 50 cards, are made up, as is everything else going on right now, because we're going to use the design process to improve things as we go forward. Right now, we're thinking it's this. We have 50 cards. There's player 1, there's player 2. They're going to be cards in their hand. They're going to play cards down on the table, and these cards are going to go after each other. So we have already prototyped or tested 1 card battling 1 card, just to make sure that we understood, well, what is on the card in terms of, well, the name, but like the stats. And what do those stats mean when there are 2 cards going after each other? Like, can we do basic combat, right? That was the question. And to do that, we did already put together something that simulates that combat. So if you're just joining the stream, this is kind of what it looks like right now, which is to say not very much. I mean, we have cards, but they're in name only. You see the name and you see some stats. They are being dealt to our players, so the players have 5 each, right? And we can select one. I'll just select the first one, and we'll just play them. We can see them being battled against each other with some cool effects. But I mean, I say cool, but only cool because there are effects. But before, it was literally just numbers here being recorded as the battle went on. These numbers just changed, and that's all we could see. But now we can actually see results in a visual way, which is kind of fun. That said, this is absolutely not the game. This is a test between two cards, right? Where we're at. We are at the place where we can take two arbitrary cards and have them battle and see what happens. There are some interesting things that can happen, like luck can come into play and turn the battle around at the last minute. So a lucky card could actually have that potential against a much more dominant card. Okay, so there's some interesting things that can happen, but what we are asserting at this point is that if it is one card that you lay down and that's it, it's way too simple. So we're not doing that. Instead, we're asserting that, say, round one, you have 3 cards that you lay down. Maybe you have 5 in your hand, right? And you pick 3 of them to lay down so they go after each other, which means there needs to be a mechanism to do more than just 1 versus 1, right? In round 2, we would have 4 cards. And round 3, well, it would be a best 2 out of 3. So you could win right there. But in round 3, if the players were tied, you'd go into overtime. There would be 5 cards on each side, and we would have a more complex play for each player. So something more to think about, something more for this brain to chew on, and that's kind of what we're going for. More complexity at this stage is helping us because the brain of each player needs to have something to engage in. 1 card is too little, and the potential for engaging tactics and strategy is there when there's complexity. If there's no complexity, if it's too simple, there's no space for any kind of tactics to emerge. So we're hoping this will all play out. We don't know. We're testing this. So that's the plan. We would like 3 cards, 4 cards, and 5 cards. That means, though, that as the player plays these cards, if they're looking straight down on it, like looking down on it here, that means that we need to account for how 3 cards goes after 3 cards. I guess what I need to do is say it this way. If we have we have 3 cards on round 1, and I sort of formed it like this, like a combat echelon, like, gladiators going into battle. Spartan soldiers in an echelon formation. If they're going in like this, I kind of have the feeling that analogy of combat can help us by saying, hey player, you need to choose which one will go first. You need to choose which one will go second. You need to choose which one will go third. And what I mean by going third is not that there's going to be a 1v1 necessarily, but that this combat will be resolved before this combat will be resolved. Okay, I've already run into one of the things I was thinking about, which is to say, we've been talking about this, saying like, yeah, this is first, so let's do this 1v1 and see the result. This one may actually win the fight, and we've been talking about maybe joining with the second card to like help them battle over here against this one. So kind of like swinging together in Valorant and helping to trade with this other card because this one is still alive after this battle. That's what we've been thinking. I had a thought, though. It's possible what we're actually talking about is is less of a turn-based system and more of a real-time system, which it's a question. I don't know if this is true, but it's possible. One of the possible changes we could make to the design to make it better, if it is better, is that these three go into battle all at once, right? All three of them go into battle at once. And thereby it's a little more chaotic. This is what we need to sort of think about. If this is going to hit this one first, if these two are going to touch first, essentially, basically merge into a position where they can have combat, then that combat is going to happen first, right? But what if those turns happen, it goes back and forth, and they're both still alive, and these continue to move forward, these other lanes continue to advance, such that now these two are engaged in combat. Well, now this begins to actually look like a battle in a battlefield where lots of soldiers are hitting at different times and stuff. And this echelon, actually, that's why this is formed like this. It's so there is a lead and there are trailing soldiers to adjust for that timing. The fact that the other side might be shaped like this, or might be shaped like this, right? Or some other way, is possible and would change the way these engage. In fact, whether it's real time and we just spend one turn going back and forth between two cards while all of the cards move forward and then let them meet when they meet, or if we actually have our original idea of resolving combat in one lane and letting the winner, we can still have winning cards help neighbor cards. That can still happen. But whether we resolve the combat completely first or not is the question. And so resolve the combat completely or not is a question. We want to actually test a couple of different versions of this combat to see if we should resolve combat in a single lane first and collapse the lane and then move on, or if we should have it run at real time. That's one question. Another question is, should we include in the complexity and tactics of the player the ability to, say, set their own positions such that they can adjust the formation of their cards as they go into battle, right? Should formation be part of the player's choice and control? This would essentially mean not only does the card get placed in a lane, the column essentially, but also the position as seen, vertically here, like the advancement position, like the attack position. This is first, this is second, this is third, but they're in different things. So in other words, we've kind of touched on this before, but now it's become an explicit question. Should the player be involved with assigning not just the lane, but the attack position as part of their turn? So I'm going to lay down a card and decide how these cards together are going to be formed. That's neat. Okay. This, to me, seems like an interesting extra control that we can afford the player. In other words, we can provide and support the player in this kind of control. And I think there's some potential for added complexity, for added potential tactics and things. We don't know yet. That's not positive yet. And the best way to know and the best way to see the opportunities and the problems with it is to actually test. So this is a question that's going to become a test. It's also a question whether or not we actually do the initial idea of resolving combat in a single lane first before we engage the next lane. Resolve the combat completely, or have some sort of running advancement of cards based on these positions and allow multiple 1v1s to happen in lanes at the same time. This is also going to have to be tested. And this test would be both. We haven't actually engaged this initial system yet at all. And we haven't engaged the idea of having it run in real time. So there's actually two tests what we would need to do to compare the two ways of performing combat between groups of cards. Again, all we've done so far is 1v1. And that mechanism is necessary. We definitely needed to have the ability to have one card go against another. But now that we've done that, we're considering what's it like when there are multiple cards. And we're trying to look for the opportunities that make it cool. And we're trying to look for the problems that make it look, well, less cool, frankly. So one of the things that might be good is, as we mentioned, having one card help another one in battle. That would be cool. But there are other potential possibilities like these that we need to resolve. Okay. So what does this have to do with code? I'm glad nobody asked. So the as I tend to do, I am always going back to the player experience to check in on what this looks like. We've been talking about the complexity of their controls, the complexity of the cards that they need to manage. The fact that there's 50 cards and there's 3 rounds, and they need to choose which cards to play, and they hold other cards and all that stuff. Well, I have been thinking about what this might look like if this is the viewport. This is actually the screen that they're looking at, what this might look like. And I think I've drawn this a few times as a perspective view, and perhaps this is the way it will look. I just don't know yet, right? But if you are laying down cards and you're looking down at your cards that you lay down, this is kind of the perspective it is. And on the other side of the table, the other player's cards are across from you like that. So you know the lanes, and you can see you can see that they have laid down cards. You, of course, don't know what they are yet because they haven't been turned over. Likewise, though, you need to have cards in your hand, right? And so I've been thinking about what this actually looks like on the screen, because I'm relating that to how this might be controlled, right? We can imagine, it might be a table actually represented here, sure, and there might be cards on the other side, whatever, or a player. But we need a way to say you have cards in your hand, and as you, I guess in the first round, lay down 3 cards, there's only going to be 2 left here. But you need to be able to scan through them, pick one, and as you pick one, it appears so that you can inspect it and look at the stats, right? You need that. And as you deselect it, it goes back into your hand. You might pick it and lay it down, and as you do, it can be in this position or that position, right? That's what we've been thinking about. And then you'd say go, because you'd be like, I'm ready to go into battle, right? There's some kind of engagement where this is all pre-battle, and then you go and you're in battle and we watch it play out. Well, okay. So I am thinking about the interesting way this might animate, so that as you scan over the card that you're scanning over, it currently is peeking up a little bit, and if you click on it, it goes to this view, and if you drag onto this space, it could place down, in a way that makes it look like the other player cannot see it, that kind of thing. So that is a ways down the road. We don't need to actually have a visual interface yet. And as you might now realize, there's going to be quite a bit of code involved in making that work. That's okay. But it is lower priority. Frankly, I would never want to start implementing that interface code until I knew exactly what was needed based on the core idea of the game, including these questions. I mean, we want to know what this is. We want to know, hey, wait a minute, do you actually set the formation? If you do, then this changes slightly, doesn't it? Because you might say, well, in round 1, there are 3 cards you lay down, and here are the positions. This is card 1, this is card 2, and this is card 3, and that's all there is. You just put them in there. That could be the way it works. But if you instead have the ability to not just set which lane it is and which position in terms of like this set echelon or whatever, but if you also have the ability to set the attack order like this, what we're really talking about is sort of a grid. You can place the card anywhere in here, right? Some advanced and some lane, right? And if there's already a card there and you try to place it there, it would shift the card over, right? This is, I'm imagining what it would be like for a player to manipulate this, and I'm imagining to make it easy, they would simply have a card and they'd be placing it down. The other cards would shift around to accommodate what the player wants to do. This is an interesting place where the development of a game, the making of a game, and the design of the game, designing the rules, even the rules that make up the system of how to place the cards on the table, this is where these two things, I'm not going to say they conflict, but it stops the let's just make this thing process of development, right? Development, whether it's making the art or composing the sound or writing the code. Development wants to just move ahead based on the rules that have been set forth by design. And design is part of development, yes, absolutely. This is where it is now going to stop the development process in a way, because rather than just go ahead with what we've been talking about, which, as we just said here, is actually got some questions to it that we need to resolve, and because we actually want to make some tests on this, put this together and you realize, hold on, I need to develop a little bit more than what may be the end result. This is true no matter what. We actually, like we talked about this yesterday, we're going to make some terrible games before we end up with the great game. Well, in a way, we need to develop tests, and that's going to take some time and code to confirm the way that things move forward before we move forward. Now, we've already done this. We've already done things like this because we did the combat between 2 cards, and we confirmed that that was pretty cool based on the stats that we wanted to do, including power, defense, speed, health, and luck. So these stats that we said, I don't know if this works, we tested it out and we're feeling like, okay, I think that works. Good. We needed to do that test, and this is code that we needed to work on in order to confirm that that was working, to do that test and evaluate it appropriately. We're going to do the same thing here. Because now that I realize we may actually want more than one place where the player has a way to shift things around, either in the lanes or in the forward position, the attack order, it's actually the same mechanism in both ways. So rather than just go ahead and make, say, 3 card echelon like this and player puts card in slot, now what we're saying is let's accommodate the possibility, although we are not sure yet, let's accommodate the possibility that the player could shift this anywhere and that the other cards on the table will shift around to accommodate what the player wants. Not only will that help us with this user interface that we're talking about, and the potential to do these kinds of things, which we may decide is crap and we shouldn't do it. It's possible. But I realize now, one of the things we were talking about yesterday is, as you have, say, 3 lanes where cards are going to battle cards, and maybe one card wins over another and now can come help, right? But maybe this one then dies, and this one, it dies in order to get traded, right? Well, this lane is now empty. This lane here is now empty. And we might actually collapse lanes so that this card and this card could now fight together against this card. We were talking about this yesterday, collapsing lanes. If we have actually 5 lanes in our final round, collapsing lanes actually becomes necessary. Otherwise, you have some stranded card over here potentially that cannot help its neighbor because it's actually too far away. We might be going a little too far with the combat analogy, but we're really riding on this idea that if you see the cards on the table and they kind of look like creatures, or they represent creatures and forces to go into battle, having them close together like neighbors and then able to fight together makes sense. It also helps the player plan for this and tactically put things together. In other words, as they're dealing with things like position of the cards and which card to put in which position and which order they might go into battle, now having this mechanism to close ranks and collapse these lanes is part of that same idea. It's actually what happens in battle, and it would make some sense. Turns out this same mechanism that would allow shifting things within a space, either forward and back or in lanes, having a collapse also shift things around is the same mechanism, actually. Turns out that's true. So I guess that's the longest way around to say this caused me to wake up and begin to think about coding that, because while we are talking about making the next version of our test script, this test script battled 1 card versus 1 card. That's what we saw here. This thing right here, where I can say play and then have the first card in both hands just battle each other, which is, as we mentioned, just too easy, right? But it's fun. This next script would be testing multiple cards. And so we'll turn this one off and we'll turn this one on, and we'll do that, right? I already started this script, and I mentioned yesterday that I just began by copying a bunch of stuff that already worked in the other script. So it's already started, but I stopped. And I stopped because of these thoughts that we just went over. I stopped because I realized there is this common mechanic, this common rule about shifting things within a space. If I move this card over to this side, I want these cards to shift over. That's what I would like from the player's perspective. That is what I would expect to happen. It's actually demonstrated right here in Unity because they have a similar mechanism. If I hit play and make the card deck again, the card deck appears here as 40 cards. This, where I can grab one of these cards, click and drag it around, and you see them shifting, this is the same mechanism. This is exactly the same mechanism that I'm talking about. I expect to be able to do that. I expect to be able to click on a thing and drag it around and watch the other elements in the array shift. And this is what I would, if I were playing our card game, that's how I would expect our cards to act as well. So we need a way to say there isn't an array of things, and as I grab one and move it around, things that are already here need to shift around appropriately. If they can't shift because they're at the edge, then you can't shift and they'll just switch, etc. There's some rules to this. But that's what I woke up this morning thinking about, because it occurs to me that whether it's vertical or horizontal, this is the same mechanism. It's just two different dimensions. It's the same sliding along an array in horizontal and sliding along an array in vertical. It's the same thing. And it's even helping us do this collapse of lane stuff. Meaning, let's stop making the current plan and make a very applicable, a very easy thing to apply to multiple situations where there are shiftable items. So I actually just called them shiftables because it's generic. We may just only have these being cards, but that's fine. And they don't have much other than some identifying name representing this current place in that array. Whether that is filled or not is, I guess, irrelevant. Some of this I'm still sort of playing with. In fact, I'm not even sure I need this moving thing anymore. But the main part about a shiftable element inside an array is it knows if it's blocked. If it's on the edge, or if there are elements next to it that are blocking it, it can't shift over. This would know if it's blocked either descending or ascending. And then the space is the full array and knows how long it is, and it holds all of these shiftable items in it. This could be applied to the vertical attack order. This could also be applied to the horizontal lane, the attack lane. And so the shift space could be two different, the playing field the player lays cards down on could be two different shift spaces, one vertical, one horizontal. And I began to code the ways to make that space initially. You don't need to look at this code as much, but to make a shiftable and add it to the space, as in I'm going to place a card in a lane, to remove it from the space altogether, or to configure whether or not these elements are blocked from shifting around based on the fact that they've been added or whatever, moved around. And I'm about to code the part that is shifting. I'm not going to do it on stream. I swear. I'm not doing a coding stream today. I swear. We're going to play VALORANT. But also to collapse the space. In other words, we could collapse a lane really easily. We could even collapse the vertical attack position in this way because they are generic. They are applicable either way. So this might be 5 lanes, but I can collapse a particular lane if it's empty. It does check to make sure it is empty. And as long as it's empty, it will collapse it. So now there's only 4 lanes. So this is work that allows us to pursue these questions. So now I have a couple of scripts that I've been working on that are going to allow us to pursue these questions. Does assigning a formation become a very interesting tactical choice and control for the player? I think it will, but we don't know. We're going to do a test. And we can't do the test until we have these mechanisms in place. We could hard code several different formations, but frankly, that would be exactly the same amount of work, and it wouldn't be usable ever again. We would need to then recode it again for this adjustable system. So I skipped over that and went straight to an adjustable system to do the test, because if it does work, it's already done. If it doesn't work, we are going to throw it away anyway, but that's the same loss. That's exactly the same loss. It's no big deal. Should we have combat resolved completely before we do another lane? I don't know, but we can do this test either way, whether this is in place or not. So I've gone ahead and decided that's what we're going to pursue, and I've done that code to start that along. And I swear I didn't mean to do code stuff today, I swear, but that's where we are with our fun card game that we're currently calling Shuffle Wars. It's probably the least fun name we could make for it, but it's good for now. I mean, the silliness of the names of the cards might actually lend itself to it might actually be a theme that we have silly names for the cards and we have a silly name for the game, and it's just silly. It could be that we lean on humor. That makes a lot of sense. Lots of games do this. And I think it's worth considering that it's just going to end up being goofy. I think it's fun. I would like to be able to just say, and here's the game. You know, as you probably have realized here on day, 5 of making this game, that it takes some time to design, let alone develop the game. The fact that I was able to throw in some visual effects, notwithstanding, I think it's important to note that games don't typically look like games until the end. Before then, they look like, I don't know, numbers on a spreadsheet or rough, blank prototypes of things. You know, you saw the generic representation of a card that I literally just made for your benefit. So, you know, but I wouldn't. I would normally just be looking at numbers and confirming or confirming or evaluating tests based on numbers. Because I'm looking through it and I'm kind of seeing what I know will be the result later. I know I could put in visual effects later. I can put in sound effects later. I know there's going to be music and menus and, an AI running the other player and all this stuff. I know that's coming. I have enough experience that I'm confident, and I can look through something really bare bones and evaluate based on where it is. If you're new to this, you might be looking and say, this doesn't look anything like a game. You're right. It doesn't. But it will. And what we are demonstrating is a process.
Match found.
What we are demonstrating is how to evaluate something that is not finished yet, but will be. How you can evaluate parts of something, qualities of something, where it is. That's what we're doing. What I hope to have, I won't stream tomorrow, but what I hope to have later this week is that mechanism where you can lay cards down and things shuffle out. That's something that can easily happen. And if that's true, making multiple cards battle each other might be fairly straightforward. And we can do that test. Oops, I have the wrong gun up, don't I? Do that. Sorry, dude.
My priority is their suffering.
Making a game with
I'll take everything from them.
Multiple cards battling each other and doing the 2 different tests that we were talking about might be, dare I say, trivial. I'm actually more interested in the tactical opportunities afforded by having the different formations. I think that's well worth the time and effort we're spending. Did I mention I only halfway warmed up? Anyway, Shuffle Wars. It's not anything yet, but a little demonstration. But it will be a 2-player game that initially played with a... Okay. I can't do 2 things at once right now. I'm so not warmed up here. But I'm just checking. Okay. We'll see a card battle game. It'll be great. And when it's not great, we will make it better. Oh my goodness. Hey, there's only like 3 people in this game, and 2. They somehow know exactly what I mean at all times.
They're dead.
Oh, come on. So let's play some Valorant. Sorry, that I needed to say that because the last stream I mentioned what I was going to work on next. And then I thought about it enough to realize that I needed to do something first. All good. All progress. Definitely get excited when things are starting to come together, and I want to do a little bit more. But can't always do that. And in this case, I think it's a lot smarter to pursue these tests first, so that we know where to focus our time and energy. I'm just getting owned by these people. This is crazy. There's like 5 people here. And they're all owning me. Have I got a kill yet? I got 1. This might be one of those days. Anyway, if anyone shows up in chat, be happy to play a game. If lots of people show up in chat, we can do a giveaway. But it's okay. I'm just playing anyway, so it's all good. Yeah, I'm kind of throwing this game away. It's okay.
Get out of my way.
Okay. Darn it, I knew they'd be there too. I was going after them.
10 kills remaining.
They're not accommodating, not going after them. Okay, I'm absolutely chunking these. I'm gonna guess it's Texas, because they're all kind of cracked. But then again, there's like
Dominating.
very few people here. Goodness.
5 kills remaining.
Yeah, they're all just a little bit cracked. Should we just call it? I think this is Texas. They're all a little bit cracked, and I'm a little bit not.
One down.
That's the leader. You get the leader. Oh, come on. Ping. Stop.
1 kill remaining.
Ping. Don't do that. Alright, that was disappointing and crazy. Alright, and with that, I'm going to take a quick break to warm up the coffee. Because in a jungle, coffee is life. So allow me to take a quick break. Okay. In case anyone's interested in posting solicitation on my channel's chat, I am going to ignore them, and later I plan on having to totally ban you if you do that. There's really no reason to ask me for any time, attention, or money. I will not pay you those things. Anyway, shall we move on and play a little Valorant? I could do every agent in Team Deathmatch, trying to get fewer than 10 deaths. I could. I think it would take longer than an hour. In fact, I'm sure it would. But given that I totally took up an hour, or at least a half hour,
Match found.
so talking about code or a card game, perhaps it's worth it to just stream a little longer today and go for it, and to try and do that. And I guess I need to decide if I'm going to do that right now, because here we are. Tell you what, I'll pick Yoru first.
I'll fight everybody.
I'll pick Yoru first and go backwards. And let's see how it goes. I am not warmed up, and if the challenge is to die less, that might be a problem, but we'll try. Excuse me, I'm still getting used to pressing the mute button when I'm doing things like drinking or eating. Just, it's a lot of things to deal with, not just Valorant. Okay, fewer than 10 deaths. Means I gotta play conservatively. Let's see if we can do it. This helps me choose better fights and avoid low percentage fights. So, hopefully that works. Let me check one thing really quick here. Okay. Alright, let's select a couple of weapons.
Reloading.
Fight. Back soon.
Careful now.
Night night.
Not quite what I wanted to do, but okay.
Time to jump. Eat. Surprise.
Ay, corazón.
Oh, my frame rate. Please don't do this now. Frame rate? Yeah, I'm just running away. So do this, my frame rate is bad.
Still in sight.
Is it gonna calm down? Oh, look at those spikes.
Reloading.
Look at me. Behind the wall, everything's fine.
Careful now.
Reveal from the wall, and there's a spike. Oh, awesome. Great. Let's see if I can fix this.
Time to jump.
Okay, I'm looking at the minimap, checking to see if it's safe. It is not safe. Tell you what. Goodness. Oh, slideshow.
Ultimate orb spawning.
Oh, I don't have a choice. I need to actually look at this and see what the problem is and try and fix the problem while I'm in the game. Oh, there's some processes that don't need to be there at all. Okay. Now, can I play, please?
Till stage change.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
Stage 3.
That's not ready. Decoy.
That's the situation where I've gone all the way to the edge of my mouse pad, and I should have anticipated that and picked up my mouse. Oof, I need to warm up in many, many different ways. I'm not going to be able to.
Cutting
So,
through.
For them.
it's just the way it is. Well, I got 3 deaths, and I might make it if I'm really good. Shoot, please don't push me.
New stage in 10.
Reloading.
Final stage.
Be faster.
Dominating.
Headshot.
Cutting through.
Here we go.
Oh, he is there.
Bye.
I thought he was.
Enemy killed.
I should have followed that instinct.
Time to jump.
4 deaths, I can do this.
Going to teleport.
Healer's down.
You're done.
Ultimate Force.
The hunt begins. I'll handle this.
Healer down.
My ultimate's ready.
I'm back.
My ult's ready. 3.
Wanted a plan for that ult, and I really didn't have one.
Cutting through.
Is my bad. Okay. 6 deaths. I might be screwed, actually.
Raider's down.
Nice drive.
Going up. Time to jump.
Get out of my way. Be faster. Blocking sight.
Charge your ult.
Sorry, bro.
15 kills remaining.
Portal closed.
Monster on the loose!
Kills remaining.
Gecko's ult tends to not just make the victims prone, but it tends to make geckos come out and get shot. Don't die, don't die, don't die.
Reloading.
Oh, man. I'm at 8. Don't die, don't die, don't die. I made it! Just barely. So, fewer than 10 deaths. Did it. Sorry, team. I mean, we won. I think getting fewer deaths helps, but, you know, getting 4 kills is terrible. I know. I know. So, what's the verdict? Should I be doing every agent in Team Deathmatch? You know, I don't think so. I don't think I'm going to be able to spend that much time. Last time I did something like that, it took 3 or 4 hours. So I'm not going to do every agent. But I could do a number of them. That's fine.
Match found.
Yes, I'm pumped.
Yes. Getting fewer than 10 deaths has been a helpful exercise reorienting the way I think about matches and where I'm moving and what I'm doing based on the idea, is it a high percentage fight that I can take and get a kill, or is it a very low percentage situation where I'm likely to die? If so, get out of there. This has been helpful. I've managed to get about the same number of kills, which is kind of sad. It says a lot about how bad I am. But fewer deaths is a good thing. Okay, Raina, how aggressive are you?
Reloading. Lock in sight.
No, I wasn't ready. Oh, I was dying my shoe. Okay, seriously, this frame rate is bad. Arg. These frame rate spikes because the enemy showed up. Okay, Riot. It's consistent on my machine. It follows that it would be consistent on other machines too. That's a terrible mechanic. And I know you don't mean for that to be the way it is. But listen, if your system slows down literally because an enemy model is in view, I can't play this game. What are you talking about? If it does this at all, there's a performance hit because of an enemy model in view. I mean, look at the chart. This chart is kind of showing us. Seriously, a big old chunky lag as soon as he comes into view. Look at that spike on the chart. That's insanity. That's not my ping. That's my client machine having a problem rendering the thing the server told it was in view. That's terrible. Come on. And no, it doesn't always do that. And yes, I should get a better machine.
Reloading. Destabilizing.
You're nothing.
One down.
Come on, Jet. We got this.
Get out of my way! Grenade!
New stage in 10.
That's called a
Satchel
trade.
Turret out.
Stage 3.
Yep.
3 for me!
I will take that high percentage and run!
Go get him!
Come on. I can't believe I missed every single one of those. The whole clip. The whole clip. The whole clip. Head height. Head height. This is why I shouldn't be doing more than one improvement skill at a time. But, hey, my frame rate calmed down. That's good. My game still sucks, but my frame rate calmed down.
That's done.
Grenade!
Whoa, 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 whoa! You can't shoot me from a different angle. I was looking somewhere else. Not fair.
Placing sentry.
Final stage.
Turret destroyed.
Satchel out.
Adios.
Come here, you. Oh, you did come, and I was looking at something. You know, there should be a handicap for people who are streaming and need to, like, you know, check. Like, literally, I want a mod just so I don't have to respond to chat. Like, literally, I want my chatbot to be so sophisticated I don't have to respond to chat. Is that wrong?
Grenade!
I think it's-
Satchel out. Satchel out. Go get him.
Ultimate orb spawning.
Ground. 3.
It's you and me.
8
Joke's over.
deaths, is that
You're
my net?
dead.
8? Oh goodness, I might not make it.
Satchel out. Oops.
Precise.
Grenade!
Timing, timing, timing!
Get out of my way!
No time.
Neutralized.
Finished.
Precision
Yep.
kill.
Timing.
Shoot. Destabilizing.
Feed us in.
You're nothing.
Was that a high percentage? No. But it was fine.
Charge your ults.
Oi!
Party's over.
Okay, I'm at 9 deaths. I can't do anything now. Done.
Grenade! Oh!
Kills remaining.
Neon's running around. Other enemies running around. It's dangerous. Am I gonna make it? Our team is losing, but
5 kills left.
I'm at 9 deaths. I can't do anything. If I get lucky, I get something. Just barely. Just barely. I think I got a quadra kill in there somewhere, but yeah, not bad. I mean, not great, but I did it. Good enough, is what I guess I would say. No. Like, I really don't want any of that. Thank you.
Match found.
Let's do this.
I will never get used to the idea that while I'm playing Valorant and things are running around and crazy and lots of utilities being thrown around, my avatar is almost dead still because I guess I'm not speaking as much. But then we talk about design or code or the new game we're making or something, and it starts hopping around so much that I think I need to go in and retune the bouncing around system that I have for it, because I guess I'm super excited and I talk a lot. When we're talking about design, this thing is so much hopping around, it's almost out of frame. It's so crazy. Yeah. I guess I do need to tune that. That is also made with code. That is also made in a game engine. This avatar is, well, made the same way. And like all design work, I'm looking at it and evaluating whether or not I could make it better. I want to test if I want to test some things that I have set up. These alerts that I have set up actually have sound. And I never realized that I didn't have the overlay for these alerts set up yet. But also, I just now realized that I could also hear the sound of the alert. That's great, because me looking over at this tiny display to see who's on chat and what's going on, it's totally inadequate. But I would love to recognize when somebody has shown up and followed. Love that. So I can say hello. That alert should help me, but I haven't never seen it happen, so I haven't tested it. Hey, we're in the exact same map, on the exact same side, doing the exact same thing with a different agent. Okay. I'm almost dead. I need to get some health for the higher percentage play here. Take that. Thank you.
You blinked. Don't resist.
Ultimate orb spawning.
Oh! Hi! Timing. Literally bounced it off Leon's head. Dude, I had the idea, but the timing was bad. I knew she was going to be there, too. We are in each other's heads. Just going to show up right here. Thank you. That was hilarious. Literally me and Leon. Like, simpatico. We are in sync.
Shutting them down.
That means I should be able to,
To disappoint me.
whoa. I should be able to continue to own her if I use that to my advantage. Let's see if we are synced up. Literally, is this player called the Dodge King? Are you kidding me? Really? They went AFK? They're called the Dodge King? For real?
Go, go.
Grenade.
Loading.
Ultimate orbs.
On wing.
Nope, I was not ready for that. I was trying to get up a ledge. I am not ready to play Valorant.
Yoru is dead.
Where is dead?
Stage 3.
This is not the high percentage play to use the Ares, but
Bad move.
Left deployed. Flash.
oh, I can't believe I did that. I meant to do the grenade. Ugh. Yeah, not the high percentage play to use the Ares. Oh, I'm screwed.
Charge your ults.
Focus on.
Grenade.
Wait, is ISO actually playing? No, Dodge King is dodging. They're being stupid. Dude. ISO, are you gonna help out, or what's up, dude? Dodge King is being extra terrible.
Calling down. New stage. Flashbang.
Oh,
I'm out of here.
you saw that coming.
Good.
Shocking.
Right.
Final stage.
Believe it or not, this follows our theory.
Left deployed. Two suppressed.
Reload.
Flash.
Nobody's down.
Resource. My ult ready.
Oh, I'm in a bad spot.
Dominating.
Okay, I might not make it. I'm at 8 deaths already. Might not make it. I'm gonna try. This means being more and more conservative as I die. And I've died quite a bit so far.
Good shot. My ult is ready. There.
Literally a spike when the enemy shows up. Dude, this is terrible. I can't play like that.
Destabilizing.
Shutting them down. One suppressed.
Dude, I am out. And this teammate is really not helping. And I blew it. I'm at 10 deaths, I might as well go for it now.
Coming through.
Calling charge.
And by go for it, I mean super low percentage plays,
Flashbang.
because why not, right?
Make me stand aside.
No.
Reloading.
You're nothing.
Down. My ult's ready.
My ult's ready.
Yeah. We are following the theory that we have about matchmaking and how it's going. Because
Manual reset.
my team is definitely getting owned in general. The other team is definitely more skilled, and yeah. This does follow the pattern.
Raise there.
Flashbang.
So this will look a little more like my normal games, where I die a whole bunch. It's okay.
Fragment.
Smart move.
Flash.
Right there.
Oh, come on! How are you not totally blind? Oh, bruh. I think we got Super Friends versus the Avengers here. I think that's what's going on.
Knife deployed.
Pathetic. Three souls.
Go, go, go! Go, go, go!
Managed one extra kill. This is a lost game. I'm gonna have to do this again.
Nice try.
Throwing charge. Flash.
Heads up.
I'm out of here!
Wait, we somehow came back? Whoa, 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 whoa. Except I just died. Wow, we won. That's amazing.
Knife deployed.
My ult ready.
So, I managed to only get 9 deaths, and I got 4 kills. The other 8 deaths yielded 2 kills. This sort of proves the idea that getting fewer deaths is actually a good thing. I need to try it again. I mean, I blew the challenge, I need to do it again, but this is a normal score. I mean, me getting 6 kills is, I guess, a little bit less than what I normally do, but this is, you know, awful, both in terms of kills and deaths.
Match found.
Let's do this.
So I'll try it again. And while I'm at it, I want to check and see what's going on with the music. Like this one. That'll work. Hope everyone's having a good new year. Hope you're staying out of the weather. In the northern hemisphere, we got weather. Of course, I'm in the jungle. But it's still cold. Okay, this time no Ares.
Reloading.
Let the bullets fly.
Here I go.
Shutting them down.
Oh, dude is already sitting there. Okay, if the theory holds, and I think it has been holding, so I should be planning for this, then we're gonna have kind of donor teammates.
Reloading.
Grenade out.
And Avengers for opponents. Yep. So far that is the case. Look at these guys. And my frame rate.
Gotta go. One
Can
dead.
I fix my frame rate? Is there any way I can fix my frame rate right now? Is there anything I can do with this right now? What is the holdup? What is horking my CPU and GPU right now? I'm looking. Of course, everything just disappeared as soon as I open the task manager. Yay.
Gotta go.
My team is like, what up, dude?
Reloading.
Okay.
I'm out of here.
So I've died a couple of times, things aren't great, and I need to use playing smarter.
No, you don't.
Reloading.
Fragment. Charge your ults.
Bad move. You disappoint me.
New stage in 10.
You know, that only works if I actually kill them. Otherwise, that tactic is bad. Oh, come on, dude. What up? Okay, the pattern is absolutely holding. You guys are cracked.
Suppressing.
Who gets this deep? This is going to be really hard.
Dominating.
I'm already at 6 deaths.
Go, go, go.
Oh, jeez. Sorry, I'm trying to manage the cough button at the same time that I'm playing. This is already tossed. I'm already screwed. I'm already screwed. Dude, nah. We're screwed already.
Flash.
That's not the one I wanted.
Grenade. They're in pieces. No chance.
Barrier clear.
Flashbang. Stage change. Suppressing. One suppressed. Final stage.
Trying to look at the mini maps really hard.
The hunt begins.
Going.
Kill confirmed.
Die. 4 down.
Damn it. What am I at? 9? Yeah, I'm screwed. There's no way I can get less than 10 deaths now.
They're in charge.
These guys are way too good. And even if I stay and spawn, they're coming after us hard.
Map deployed.
This is ridiculous.
Three
Look at this.
suppressed.
3 were in our spawn just now.
Charge your ults.
Yeah, this is not possible. Not possible.
Put down.
I'm tossing this right now. Well, the theory holds, at least we understand that. This was getting gradually harder, and now it's crazy stupid hard.
I suggest you move.
And I don't want to throw it, but
I'm out of here.
I don't have a choice. I've already missed the challenge of getting less than 10 deaths, and there's really nothing we can do against a team like this, because we are not performing at that level.
Here we go.
Just
Look sharp.
So, I'm playing like crap. It's okay. What else is new, right?
Shutting them down. One suppressed.
Still in sight.
Taken out.
Go, go.
Flashbang.
No, you don't.
The hunt begins.
Come on, let's go.
Gotta go.
I'm sorry, excuse
Go,
me.
go, go.
That's done.
Flash.
Yeah, that was not possible. Were we also down somebody? We were down one? It was 4v5? Yeah, that's doomed from the start. The theory, command from it. The theory we've been working from is holding up. And if that holds, this will continue to get a little harder. I think for at least a game or two. Even this challenge to TDM and get fewer than 10 deaths, that got a little hard around here. And it was really hard here. And so if this theory holds, what we're looking at is a gradual difficulty ramp up. So we were heading down, we're up here and we were heading down, and now we're near the bottom end. So this next game likely to be pretty hard, because both we are matched against good players and
Match found.
I am matched with teammates that are less skilled. That's the theory. Let's see what matchmaking does.
Let's do this.
I need to get more coffee. My throat is... Well, I'm still recovering from being under the weather. Let's put it that way. Minutes too. Yeah, I kind of expect this to be a harder game. Either way, I need to take a break after this to sort of get coffee and warm up my hands. Short breaks. Really short.
Reloading. Reloading.
I am anticipating these teammates are really not that good. That's... Sorry.
Let's begin.
That's the theory, and I think
Suppressing.
we're already seeing.
One suppressed. Target cooling down.
One dead.
Who knows? They might be great. We could be wrong. The theory could be wrong. Absolutely.
Flash.
Reloading.
Dude.
Throwing charge.
Whoa, 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 whoa. I need to be heads up there, regardless of what my team does, yeah? I can hear ISO, see ISO. We got 3 here. Come on, people. People, you're gonna help me out. Oh, you're dying. I'm out. I'm out.
New stage in 10.
Guess I could help.
Still in sight.
Knife deployed.
Parasite.
Oh! Yeah, I was not ready for that.
Right there.
2 deaths. Let's see if I can play super conservative. Wow, not conservative enough, apparently. These guys are all up in our stuff here already.
Grenade out.
14.
Jeez Louise.
Charge your ults. Flashbang. 10 seconds until stage change.
Regardless of that spike, I shouldn't have been aiming anywhere except head height. My bad. No! Come on, timing. Oh my goodness. Okay, am I supposed to see that as a low percentage to go grab
My ultimate is
the
ready.
Vandal and start heading back, given the timing? I guess the answer to that is yes. I should have seen that as a low percentage play. Okay. Guess that's what I'll do.
Suppressing.
My ult's
One
ready.
suppressed.
No, come on. I'm at 7 deaths already. I
Grenade
am
out.
gonna have to play more conservative.
Enemy down.
New stage in 10.
They will cover.
Blocking sight.
Flashbang. Final stage.
Reloading.
Cypher's on a rampage.
No chance.
Reloading.
Conservative as in, let's just get out of here because the percentage is very low.
My eyes.
Flash.
Not bad.
Knife deployed.
Distraction.
2 suppressed. Grenade.
Darn it.
3.
I'm at 8 deaths already. I I have to play extra conservative now. This is why these challenges can be hard. I'm a little surprised.
Get out of my way!
I mean, I'm bad. But I'm a little surprised that the matchmaking theory that we have is actually holding up, even though I'm playing this conservative. I'm a little surprised about that. That this is actually this hard to do.
15 kills remaining.
We're deployed.
It's you and me.
Flag it.
5 guys left.
Flashbang.
Watch this. My ult's ready.
Alright, I made it. I'll call that a win because I just barely made it in under 10 deaths. Jeez. Yeah, I wouldn't say our team was terrible. No. I mean, I played terrible. That's not the point. But I would say the other team was doing pretty good, and they were very aggressive. So does this theory still hold? Sure, because it matches people, and people do have good games, bad games. People are chaotic. So theory still holding, yes. Alright. I suppose what I can do is continue to play for a little longer. And if people show up, we'll do a giveaway. I got a $10 gift code for Valorant, burning a hole in my pocket. Yeah, apes have pockets. And so, I'm going to take a short break to get coffee, and we'll do that. Yeah, these short breaks. That's the way to do this, I think. I'd like to warm up a little bit more. And I mean that in more ways than one. It is cold in the jungle. But I'm also regretting not warming up in Valorant before we started playing, but I was coding. Good things are happening with our card game. So, but I'm only regretting it now that I'm trying to play. Okay, I really do want my hand to get warm. Yeah. I'll just play like this. In the olden days, first-person shooters had all keyboard controls. In ancient times, that was true. So, like, control would be like fire. I think Doom had mouse look, but Wolfenstein, a precursor to Doom, same company. Not sure. There were some other first-person shooter 3D-ish games that were all keyboards. So, oh, hello. Okay. Wow. Excuse me. %. It is cold in the jungle today. Oh boy, look at that pink spike. This frame rate stuff that you're seeing and the warning in the corner. Look at the total frame time. You see that? Okay. Literally stuff on my machine causing the GPU and or the CPU to lag. Let's see if we can actually fix that. We might be able to fix that. You know? Wow. Yeah, my entire machine is lagging hard. So I should be able to, oh yes, of course, all those other things that I have open. I should probably just stop. Give me a moment, and I will yammer while I do this. So this is technically our 5th day of working on Shuffle Wars, I guess. I guess we decided to work on it one day, so that might be our 6th. I don't know. But, it's moving along. I'm feeling good about the progress. This does look like progress when you are making a game. The early stages of it do look like this. It's true. My video card thinks things are happening. Yes, video card. It's because I'm trying to close a lot of these processes I don't need. Okay. Cool. Oh, and I am keeping tabs on some of my favorite Twitch peoples. I'll keep that up, though. Okay. By now, Valorant's like, hold on, you're not doing anything in the range. Hey, Valorant actually stopped. Hold on. I can hear things. Alright, what's up? Okay, I might need to actually get out of Valorant. Okay, can I get out? Okay, I think I just exited Valorant. I did, okay. So hopefully it will figure out what is going on. And I can get back into Valorant. Or perhaps my machine just decides to stop working altogether. Hey, this is great. Let's go to the jungle, shall we? The jungle. Much better. Meanwhile, back in the jungle. I'm sorry, I actually needed a whole time to like reset because my machine, but also coffee and heating pad, etc. Apparently, I needed more time than I was giving myself. Nobody cares because nobody's watching. So it's okay. But I am practicing this whole thing, including using the cough button that I need to. So it's good practice for me. Yes. So, should we try this again? Let's go into the range. Warm up in more ways than one and play Valorant. Shall we do that? Oh, right. When I do go into Valorant, I need to come and kill some of these processes that I don't want. This is a process. There is a lot going on. I would love to just flip on a button and say, I'm streaming now. Not exactly that simple. Okay. Good. We got it. Okay, can I focus on Valorant now? Is it okay? Okay. Okay. Good? Yes. Okay. Wow. Like, seriously, just hit that. Okay. Jeez. I'm sorry. I know I'm apologizing to no one, but I am sorry because I think I'm ready to go and I'm absolutely not. My hands are freezing. I need a sip of coffee. I got my machine into place and I think it's working well. My frame rate is good. The 12 things I have to set up just so I can play. Kind of crazy. Not gonna lie. It is a lot. And then I try to play now. But I really need to warm up. This I did not do ahead of my stream, and I should have. So hopefully doing a little bit of this means that I'll play a little better when we play. I am just trying to hit heads. I'm not trying to do any of that other stuff. This thing, yeah, I would love to be at that point, but no. Just the bare minimum of this stage, and that's okay. Trying not to be self-conscious about my Valorant gameplay. I'm streaming, and I'm playing that. I thought I've accepted that fact. But I will get people coming into the channel every once in a while and be like, dude, what's that crosshair? What rank are you? Do you aim train? And it's like, you can either go through a whole spiel of like, I'm an 8 playing casual Valorant, and you're just gonna have to deal with. There's plenty of other Twitch streamers if you want to go look at somebody else. Or I can ignore it. I need to actually set this because my mouse, my grip, my arm, all of this is part of my warm-up, and I just neglected to do any of it, so all of it is trash. Excuse me. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot. It's a lot. I would love to just focus on Valorant. Can I do that now, please? That would be great. My machine is okay. I think I'm okay. Grip. Arm. Wrist. Excuse me. Wow. That's what I mean. Along with all of Valorant, you know, pressing the cough button when you need to cough or something. It's a lot. And it makes it look like you're just sitting there, which you are. When things happen. I'm gonna stop being self-conscious about it because I need to focus on playing Valorant. Yeah, I find I am still under the weather a bit, but I'm finding that it's physically difficult to just maintain stream without muting the microphone on a constant basis, so pardon me. There's quite a lot going on. Okay. Better. Yeah. If the theory is holding, and so far it's been holding, and this is the lower end. This is heading down toward the lower end, and this is more or less the higher end. This
Match
is 15
found.
games on this career list, and what we're currently thinking is the cycle is actually 20 games. So it's a little longer than what you can view in your record, in your career record. I wonder if they did that on purpose so you couldn't actually notice the pattern easily. I wonder. And if that pattern does hold, we are thinking about we're thinking about how that might be useful when you queue up for comp, or swift play, or team deathmatch, or deathmatch. Like, I wonder, is this likewise holding up when you need to queue for... when the matchmaking system needs to queue people in deathmatch? Does it also look for these qualities that it uses, that we think it uses for swift play and team deathmatch? Does it likewise put it together so that your games are easier or harder because the other players are higher skilled or lower skilled? There are definitely lots of players playing Valorant at any given time. So there's technically enough people in every server to do this, I think.
Fight!
Good luck.
Just might not be necessary to do in deathmatch.
Next. Headshot.
No. Ooh. Only have a few data points, but so far, yeah. These are pretty tough players in general. They're definitely hitting their headshots. Maybe not the Sage and KO, but you know, a lot of them. can still look for higher percentage, lower percentage fights here and adjust the same way I do in the team deathmatch challenge. If I recognized that was Brim, I would have seen that as a low percentage. 1v1. He's been playing well. They all have Vandals.
Stand aside.
I really need to get the jump on Brim. And a few of these other players, otherwise it's a low percentage. That's why I'm sneaking around.
Neutralized.
Yeah, the Brim has 21 kills. He's second in the leaderboard. I've already seen the higher skill there. Oh, look at that! Yes. 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 I might have been still. That was a long one tap. That was a very long one tap.
Ten kills remaining.
I'm not the only one sneaking around.
Five kills remaining. One kill remaining.
Dude. Oh, I get my practice in with Ghost. Alright. My plan is to do a little more play than I have scheduled, and that's okay. I took extra time earlier. So, we could do this.
Match found.
Relax. I've already thought of everything.
So a few swift play, that's fine. You do that. It's good to finish these daily missions anyway, these checkpoints. So if the theory holds, and again we have a command for this. If the theory holds, what we expect is excuse me, a set of teammates that are okay, enemy teams that are frankly higher skill in general. That's about where we are in the wavelength or in the
1
sine
minute,
wave
finding a
or the
playlist.
cycle. Talking to somebody about how ISO's voice lines are super boring. They're delivered in a boring way, and the writing is like really generic. There's nothing about ISO at all. Vanilla doesn't even cover it because vanilla has flavor. Sorry, did I say that out loud or? Anyway, let's see what this game has in store for us. I will try not to get frustrated with throwing teammates.
Turret out. Placing alarm bot. Placing swarm grenade.
There. Spike planted. Over there. There.
Swarm grenade out.
Loosen up.
Placing swarm grenade. Swarm grenade out.
Over there.
Somebody's there.
Enemy spotted B.
One down.
Last player standing.
Jeez. Should have right-clicked. Well, that doesn't, necessarily
When we
mean
go out there,
anything
someone
in
dies.
terms of the
Carry
balance
that
of
weight.
team. Not necessarily. Although the ISO did carry the spike in and die immediately, so there's that.
Keep it cool. That's how you survive.
I've found, in terms of our thrower theory, the other theory, I've found that when there's teammates with names, they are typically the ones who are throwing. Ones that are hiding their name can't be identified by other throwers, so
Enemy defender spawn.
this is an indicator that it might actually be a legit player.
Alarm bot out.
Perhaps. We don't know.
Enemy
Turret out.
shot her. Spike planted.
Placing swarm grenade.
Did I hit that right?
Next.
Close. Cool. We're gonna win this one. Alright.
Around them. Swarm grenade out. Perfect accuracy. Swarm grenade out.
Our
Okay, they tried.
Gun here.
Now it's our turn.
Over there.
Notice the KO knife happened over here, over in this area, after the round. Like they were holding back and not doing anything.
Reloading.
This is some of that data we're collecting. These data points all point towards something. Pattern is holding in terms of lower teams ranking up accounts for money.
Enemy spotted B.
Placing sentry.
Risky move.
Try again. My ult is ready. No distraction. Spike.
I should have known. That was over the top risky.
One enemy remaining.
Should have known.
Thanks, little man.
So I think, even though this ISO really hasn't used any utility yet, I believe that might be the real thing among this group. Let's see.
Last round in the half.
Spend everything on this one. Gun here.
I guess another possibility is ISO is duoing and is duoing with another teammate that is has a name, can be identified. The point is, before the match starts, when you can see the names of everyone on both teams, you have the opportunity, you have a moment to communicate outside the game communications. You have the ability to communicate and say like, hey, you want to go or you want to throw? I think that's probably what's going on. Dude.
You are powerless.
I'm trying. Gotta be honest, this is kind of a lost cause when we all do this stuff. It becomes 2v5 or 3v7.
Target down. Destabilizing.
Using utility. That's the
One
thing.
enemy remaining.
On any given round, they can pop off, totally perform. They would love to get to 4
Switching
points
sides.
all and go overtime because that'll rank up these accounts faster.
Surrounded by minion
More
familia.
experience.
We won't.
Alarm bot out.
But again, that means they're controlling the game. It's really not the game that I want to play.
Turret out. Don't overthink it. That's my job. Here.
It's just ridiculous. Right? Are we going A? They killed Rays. Are they going A? Bruh. I guess they're going A.
Swarm grenade out. Swarm grenade out. Found them. Variable removed. Ah, turret down. Oh!
Spike planted. One enemy remaining.
Defuse the spike.
Thank you.
Reloading.
You really expect that to work?
Reloading.
Are some games without
Match
these
point.
thrower teams? Yeah. But one.
would
It
be
used to
easy,
be
but meine Güte.
the majority of the time. Now it's actually rare. It's sad. Super
Placing
sad.
alarm bot.
Actually, I don't know.
Recalling my bot. Alarm bot out.
Super sad. It used to be rare.
Placing swarm grenade. Placing sentry.
Let's watch him struggle.
And now it's not rare.
Here. Turrets destroyed.
Cutting their vision.
Spike down A.
Swarm grenade out.
Enemy spotted A.
One enemy remaining.
Call out sick next time, yeah?
Defenders win.
I knew it would all work out. It always does.
Now, although every ISO I've ever seen always makes their teammates vulnerable, that was my bad, because I totally jumped in front of his sight line to the enemy, so all good. Come in. Alrighty.
Match found.
I am streaming an extra hour today. I have 2 hours scheduled
Relax.
on these
I've already
scheduled
sorted everything.
streaming days, and I don't know that I would normally do more than 2 hours, but I have been streaming much longer than that for a month, so pretty much every day. My schedule will have to change because this was frankly a vacation that I spent this time on building this Twitch channel up, so it's ready to go. I will have to change my schedule a little bit, but yeah, I think 2 hours at minimum. More than that, and random streams throughout the week, I think is possible. So, okay, that's my thought. The new act is this week, right? I want to park this account on the upswing in terms of our theory about matchmaking. I think
Don't worry, team.
I kind of want to
If you
stop right
die,
here,
I have your memories backed up at
which
base.
is great because I'm not going to stream
Just kidding,
tomorrow.
just kidding. Or am I?
So given these
Hey.
last couple of games kind of represented difficult ones, and it should be
Here.
getting easier now, I'll stop
Hey.
after this. Yeah?
Spike is here. Hey. Hey.
It is difficult to evaluate our theory when you've got thrower teams. It is more difficult because again, they are controlling the game. But
Careful.
I think the system's still in place.
Going up.
Turret out.
No idea why any
That's done.
Phoenix ever would do that. Ever. Why would you ever do that? No idea.
Placing alarm bot.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Placing swarm grenade. Placing found them. Swarm grenade out. Swarm grenade out.
Last player standing. One enemy
Radar
remaining.
killed.
Cypher. Come on, Cypher. hear you. You're too late. Yep, too late.
Clutch.
Alright, I take back what I said about those bots. They're pretty good. And so are you.
Thanks.
Here. Careful.
Let's go.
Yeah, check out how they spread out now.
Cover going out.
Placing swarm
Are you
grenade.
lurking, or are you just making our offense less formidable?
Placing alarm bomb.
Eliminated.
Placing sentry. Turret killed them.
Placing swarm grenade.
Cover me, please.
One enemy remaining.
Swarm grenade out.
Enemy in attacker spawn. Here.
Flawless.
Unscathed. I like it.
Burn bright, Phoenix.
See, so now the Phoenix who was actually causing problems before runs over and picks up the spike. Okay, let's see what you do with that, Phoenix. You're looking like you're gonna do some good things with it.
Yes.
Are you?
Careful.
Don't hold back.
Allow me to cause some distraction.
Swarm
Someone
grenade
else.
Enemy spotted A.
Okay.
Going up.
Alarm
I can hear stuff happening.
Enemy kill. Turret out.
Placing swarm grenade.
Again, why did you ever throw your wall there? What are you doing?
Spike down A. One enemy remaining.
Healing you.
Last player standing.
Doing my best. But literally, we have somebody carrying the spike to nowhere. Nowhere at best.
Clutch.
I would say it's more likely to carry the spike to the enemy. Yeah,
Last round before the switch.
I
Last
get
round to
tired
use
of,
our creds and
the
abilities.
games, that's
Don't
for
waste
sure.
your firepower.
Spike is here.
Quick peeks now. Hey,
Not even going where they are. Look.
initiated.
Placing swarm grenade.
Enemy spotted.
Swarm grenade out.
Spike down B.
I tried, but I'm working off of
Here.
a pretty valid assumption that this team is not necessarily full of good faith players. And so, you know, baking
Last player
out my
standing.
teammates is part of this strategy.
Get out of my way.
I'm trying to get
No
points.
charges left.
30 seconds left.
You're running out of time.
One enemy
Getting a
remaining.
bunch of kills doesn't matter. It's the points that matters. You could kill the last player.
10 seconds left. Switching sides.
Remember, stay out of the fire. Super high level tactic, remember that?
Placing sentry.
Yeah, I'm not believing you for a second.
Placing alarm bot.
Not at all.
Placing swarm grenade. Keep your heads on.
Hey, Omen, you didn't actually look mid. I'm looking at the minimap, and your view cone did not actually scan mid at all. So what are you doing?
Last
me get some
player
help.
standing.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Spike planted.
Where? I mean, seriously. So Sage and Phoenix were here, and they just laid down. I think that's what happened. So I'm willing to believe that Omen is a legit
Let
player,
them try to get through me.
and I would say it follows the theory about throwers that there's one player who's totally skilled, able to get tons of kills, but chooses not to. That's our Jet. And the other two players are, maybe high skilled, but it doesn't. You don't need to be. This Smurf is happy to carry you.
Alarm bot out. Placing swarm grenade.
But what they'd rather do is get to a 4-4 overtime to rank up their accounts as fast as possible. They're coming mid.
Here.
Yep, they're right here.
Here.
Someone's A.
Turrets destroyed.
One enemy remaining.
Got him.
See, why do I feel like me and Omen are the only real players up against
Thrifty.
5? Right?
All I need are these hands and this fire.
We are not done.
I get really tired of talking about this. I'm sure if anyone were watching, they would get tired of me saying it. This pattern is ridiculously consistent, and it requires a systemic solution that Riot could absolutely implement because they have all the data. My silly little observations here as one player, finding all the consistency, should be enough of a reason to implement a systemic solution.
Spike planted. Oh! Last player standing.
Where's this Phoenix looking? They know where the spike is, they know where the team is, where is this crosshair, like, over and over and over. There's just no reason to talk about this any further. It's extremely consistent.
Watch your eyes!
Hey, what do you know? We're heading toward a 4-4 overtime. What are your odds? Well, when you
Match
have 3
point.
players on both
not
sides of a
shy
match
clearing.
controlling the game, odds are pretty damn good. That's the point. It's very efficient. Exactly what has Phoenix and Sage done all
Placing
match,
sentry.
right? On
This is gonna be placing alarm
odd
bot.
rounds, perhaps they've performed decent. Maybe.
Careful.
Careful.
Shadows traveling. Killed. Enemy spotted mid. 3 killed.
They're all mid going to be. You can see in the minimap.
The hunt begins.
You should run.
One enemy remaining.
Damn it.
Last player standing.
Look at this. Skill. I know enough to get out just in
Spike
time
planted.
before the lockdown finishes. Great. You're showing off the skill to get points, right?
Blocking sight.
Yeah, the names are dead giveaway too.
Attackers win.
Well, yeah, I'm just gonna do one more game. I really can't. This is why I don't play comp. I don't even play unrated. It's sad that even Swift play is like this now. But it's true. Didn't used to be. When Swift play started, this was a fair place to play, but it's just not. It's sad, really. I would prefer games with good faith players. And part of the way that can happen is if you trio or duo with players you know and trust.
Match found.
Be nice to do that.
Relax. I've already thought of everything.
But yeah, I think after this game, I think I'm going to park this account. It'll be sitting here, and then the act will start, and I will be on the upswing if this theory holds. And so far, this theory has held. So let's see. Hands are still cold. Burn. Hope you've all gotten a chance to see the Outlaw and the new map changes to Lotus. and Icebox. The new act should be pretty cool. The battle pass looks cool. That's for sure. If you're watching the VOD,
Oh, eyes open.
you're not
We
hearing
have
the
a job
cool jungle sounds or music. So follow to mini stream.
Turret out. Placing alarm bot.
Actually, I have enough time to do a longer setup. I won't. Phoenix goes running out into mid. Either he knows something, or he doesn't know a thing. Like, literally, I'm looking at the mini map, he just dove out into the middle.
Here. Here. Turret down.
Okay, I've called my team over. See if they're coming.
Spike down B.
Bring them down.
One enemy
You fought
remaining.
well.
Okay, y'all can back up. You know, I got utility in place.
Bomb grenade out. Bomb grenade out.
Last player standing.
Y'all, seriously. Seriously. So, just W key. Alright.
Feels good to stretch my wings.
You know, there's players who play Swift play and just W key, and that's totally fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
Turret out.
I'm just checking that data point,
Alarm bot out.
evaluating it with the others, seeing how it goes.
Let me show you how the boss does it.
Okay, you show me how the boss does it. Exactly why are you opening the door and doing that? There's no utility there. There's nothing useful there. And in fact, you're now over-rotated because here they come A. What are you doing? Bruh. Sage is all the way out in mid. Totally gonna get shot.
Enemy.
Yep.
Spike down mid.
I'd like some help. Can we get some help?
Here.
One enemy remaining.
Spike here.
Spike down A. Last player standing.
Is ready. Petty things.
Everyone makes fun of German efficiency. Ha ha. Just keep laughing as you use all my gear.
Placing alarm bot.
Uh-oh. No, you're not in the right place. Stop. Not you in the right place.
Sentry.
Come on, Timmy, work with me.
Found one. Bomb grenade out.
For you. Take hold. There.
One enemy remaining. Last round in the half.
Spend it now, or it's gone.
Should not be near the top of the leaderboard. I'm just not that good.
Placing sentry. Alarm bot out.
I've not
Keep
run
doing
into
what
this
you do
setup
best.
yet, so I'm okay with just doing this. What do you think? You just gonna run out and die?
Go on my mark. Here. Turret destroyed.
My ultimate's red. Careful now.
It's you and me.
Oops. Alright.
Spike planted.
Someone's A.
It's almost like they knew where I was. Pointing the ISO ult at the box. As opposed to, you know,
Got your trail.
behind cleavage. No, no one
Last
streams
player
it,
standing. I know exactly where.
but, I mean, because no. But, could my teammate potentially say, oh yeah,
Switching sides.
that'd be easy to do.
This
On
is
Telegram,
crazy. It feels
or
like we've been doing this for
Discord.
Anyone else feel like that? Just me? Okay.
Really, really easy to do. Let's see what our team does. Well, apparently spreading out is the best offense, right? They're insisting. So let's see what you do with that idea.
I have your back.
Well, you threw your utility in this direction, so they already know where we are. How well can this work?
Someone's
Turret
A.
out. Placing alarm bot. Placing
Seriously.
swarm grenade.
So far, this is a bust. I don't know about you, but I think we're dead. I haven't killed anyone or made space, so
Destroyed.
help me out, bro. Dude, there was no space made. And our teammate is on the other side of the map. On Breeze. Both teammates are on the other side of the map. That's fantastic.
I'll find you. Bring them down. Omen killed. They're blind with fear.
One enemy remaining.
Loading. Even death cannot stop me.
Match point.
Let's see.
Ridiculous.
Battles are won by geniuses, and I am a genius.
Yeah, this is about as far as I can go without getting really upset with players of bad faith. You know, this is not the game that's promised. It's not the game that was designed. It's garbage. You're just here for them as they rank up accounts and make money. It's their job. I'm not really playing. Just, let me look at that cartridge. What is that? Sage is gonna lurk mid. Phoenix is gonna go lurk.
Turret out.
Good?
Down. Placing swarm grenade. Swarm grenade out. Placing alarm bot. Placing swarm grenade. Here.
Multiple.
Finished.
Why are you blinding me? Dum-dum.
Enemy B.
Terminated. Got 3. Swarm grenade out.
One enemy remaining. Attackers win.
I think the Omen was a real player. The other ones were not. It's the kind of the same pattern, and I'm tired of talking about it. Whatever. I'm definitely done for the day. Not only do I need to take a break, but yeah, it's been 3 hours. We talked about our card game. We played some Valorant. Whee! All good. All good. All good. Should definitely not be at the top of the leaderboard, but you know, that's what happens. Like, theory. These 3 players were not playing in good faith. So, that is that. We had fun. And along the way, we talked about our card game, and I think that's a good thing. I think I like that this is a vehicle to include people in what I would do normally anyway, which is make games and play games. So it's fun for me. And getting to this point, having finished my first week of scheduled streaming after a month of testing, I think is progress. So yay, progress. If you're watching this VOD, follow and join us next time. Yay, all good.